Good morning. Welcome to Malaysia. Selamat pagi. Kalidevan. Tatya hao. Okay. No any voice, no any response. Are you guys still sleeping? Okay. Before I start my session, I just have one small request, especially from people who are at the back. By any chance, can we all just move to the front so that I doesn't have to see from all around area? I can concentrate my eye just here. So it's easier for everyone, and we also feel strong together, not scattered around. Thank you so much for doing this. You guys are great, because it's helped a lot for someone who is first time speaking here in the crowd. Make me less nervous. Okay, so I believe in conference is quite, tired listening to again and again a lot of stories. So today I'm going to more or less like a storytelling of my journey and who am I and what I'm doing and what are the impact of our work here in Malaysia. And I hope through this session, whatever strategies, whatever we have done here in Malaysia, more or less able to help the advocacy work that you guys are doing in different part of the world for the animals. Okay, so this is my journey. It's called Chef Dave Vegan Journey. It started exactly 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years, in 2020, January. And my advocacy fully focused on food, culture, and heritage. So it's a different perspective of all together, because when I first became vegan, I thought I'm the only vegan in Malaysia. And now, after 3 years, I realized there's a lot of great activists, great influencers, and a lot of people who are actually vegan and doing a lot of grassroots work. And I'm trying to find what will be the best way to reach to Malaysians and convince them about the vegan message. So one of the methods that we found is through food, culture, and heritage, which is something that very much welcoming here in Malaysia, especially among the Malay Muslim community, who is the major population here in Malaysia. Just a little bit about me. Who am I? Because surely people will be like curious, who's this guy? So I'm just an ordinary chef who used to work with Shangri-La Group of Hotels for about 7 to 8 years, from just a cook until a senior sous chef. And I got an opportunity to work with Disney Cruise as well right before pandemic. So I'm a hardcore meat eater. I love to eat all kind of meat and try all kind of recipes and do all the crazy things in the kitchen as much as possible. But 2019, I have to back to Malaysia because of an industrial accident. So I was on a medical leave, and I started to watch a lot of documentaries because I was so free, nothing much to do at home. And I stumbled upon some videos about animal cruelty. That's the first time ever I know how actually egg is processed, how dairy industry works. But in the cruise, every single day we are cracking thousands of eggs, and we are using liters and liters and liters of tons of dairy products. And I started to ask myself, what am I doing? Am I part of this whole cruel, it's a big social justice movement is being like hide behind the carpet, and I'm earning through this kind of activities. So I started to question myself, what am I going to do? So I decided, okay, why don't I try to go vegan just for 1 week, see if I can survive in Malaysia as a vegan. And this man, I'm not sure how many of you guys know him, Arvind, animal activist from India. I watched his videos about 40 minutes in YouTube. Just coincidentally, I come across his videos and started to watching. That 40 minutes changed my life. I decided to go vegan. And I started to think, if one video in a social media can change a chef who is like working in the industry for so many years to become a vegan, wow. social media have that much of power, can convince someone in just 40 minutes. And just two short videos about egg industry and dairy industry can make me started to think about veganism, started to think about all these things in life. How much more people outside are ready to change, but who are going to do this work? So I started to trying out vegan recipes, posting on my own social media. I just like to show off. Hey, I tried this today. I cooked this today. And people just like, hey, how did you make this vegan? How did you cook this without ghee? How did you make this without milk? So when my friends and families started to curious and ask about it and all this, so I'm just sharing, nothing much. Never think of I want to be a vegan activist or, I want to do social media work. I don't want to be celebrity or anything. Of course, who don't want to be celebrity, right? But that was not the thought process or idea. But just sharing, just excited about something new that you are doing. And then I received this message from one of my friend. He literally mean, brother, are you like fully changed as a vegan? How did you did that? Teach me. And I'm like, wow. I'm just like less than a week trying out vegan. I'm not even decided I want to be vegan. Someone is asking me, so I deep down know that what I'm doing is something that people are actually interested. People have the same mindset as me. They are ready to change for some good cause. So because that period of time, I have a lot of discouragement from my family, from my friends, colleagues, like, hey man, you are like chef de cuisine. You are earning 5 figures. You are working in US. You are sailing around the world. Are you seriously want to be a vegan? Like, what are you like crazy, insane? What are you thinking? But then deep down, I know that this is my calling. And this message make me think, wow, someone is ready to learn. Someone is there. This is just one story. So what should I do? So that's where I feel like I have to take a step ahead. I set up my YouTube channel. Whatever I cook, whatever I experimenting, I make it as a video and put it up on social media. Because I was so free. It was locked down. Pandemic is happening. Everyone is panicking around the world. So this is how our journey began. If you guys notice, 1,000 subscribers, 1,500, 10,000. We celebrate each moment that, wow, Malaysian love vegan recipes. Like, because my family, my friends, everyone told me, you're killing yourself. No one will be interested with vegan recipes, especially Muslims love meat. You can never convince them. You are a minority. You will never able to convince the majority population to go for vegan food. You are doing something like really impossible. But then we see the growth slowly growing and growing. But of course, it's a very slow journey. And then we set up our Facebook as well. This is, I think, around like after 1 year of our work, there was one day when I was doing live, 3,644 people. But I think there's more, but this is something that we captured that moment. People are watching live what we are doing. Imagine there is 3,600 people in this hall, how great it was, right? And people are watching how to make mee goreng mama in a vegan way, which is our Malaysian food. Like, come on. Like, there's so many other mee goreng mama. Why the vegan one is famous now, right? So we realize actually there are a lot of people are open for the message. People are willing to change. People are ready to learn something new. But are we willing to do the work? So that's where my journey grows stronger and stronger. But then we realized after one whole year of our work, in whole 2020, I worked very hard, produced a lot of videos, one-man show. I'm the one who planned the menu, purchased the ingredients, shoot the video, edit the video, post the video, reply everything. And it's very tiring, but I didn't give up. And because that's the only thing that is my newly found passion. So I was like, keep doing it. After 1 year, I just got 30,000 followers, which I felt great. Like, wow, 30,000 Malaysian following me, and they like vegan recipes. So I'm not the only vegan. At least there's a future 30,000 vegans are, on board. Like, they are on the journey learning this, They are like learning, open their mind, and started to accepting this message. Then what happened is this video, which 3,600 people that I showed that watching live went viral. Overnight, I got 100,000 followers. That was like really amazing. But before that journey, I also wanted to share. That is like a miracle happened after 1 year of hard work. Just one video bring me 100,000 followers. But one whole year hard work only bring me 30,000 followers, right? So before that, the whole 30,000 followers happening, that first year of our work, after a couple of months, I started to create content. Not much people know me. Our content only get like, a few hundred of views or 1,000 view maximum. But we're still happy, grateful for that. So what I did during pandemic, I was jobless, financially really struggled, a new vegan. I don't have a support system. I don't know people like how I know now, like the Vegetarian Society, the vegans in Malaysia, all these people I know afterwards. So during that period of time, my journey is very lonely and I don't know what to do. So after 3-4 months of hard working, creating content, when it's not reaching out to the people, I don't know what to do. What I decided, I wrote a letter, a memo, and then I sent for printing 1,000 copy because I was living in a condominium. I go and place in each house door. Says that, please help me. I started a YouTube channel and I'm jobless now. This is what I do full time at this moment. I'm willing to share a lot of interesting recipes with you. And that's how we grow our channel. We try to find every single opportunity that possible. And somehow it will like a lot of hard work, but only 30,000 and then 100,000. That's our journey, keep growing. So what are the impact of our work? So the first year just gone like that. By the end of second year, from 100 over 1,000 followers, we reach about 500,000 followers because of consistently creating content. But I asked myself, what kind of impact I have done by making these kind of videos? Is that the views, like, comment, shares, or make me feel great? I'm famous now and I'm on the street, people recognize me. Oh wow, Chef Dave, you're doing a great job. Is that's the impact that I want? But the impact that we actually get is almost in every single media in Malaysia publish our stories, talks about our channel, talks about how interesting Malaysian food can be seen from a different lenses, how it helped people who are dairy intolerant, how it helps people with health issues. We didn't actually talk a lot about animals, but the food content really goes all out, well received by medias. We are in almost every single online medias as well. I was on as much as possible, all the radio channels, all the TV channels. So all this is like a great impact. People more and more know about our works. It's all happened in just 1 to 2 years' time. We received a couple of awards for the work that we have done from some big organization, for example, from World Chef Association. They have given us award of creative and innovative education because we are educating the Malaysian publics. And also through all these works and whatever we are doing, we also started to set up online cooking academy to help the lower income group mothers and also housewives to cook plant-based food in a very low cost. Because people always have this perception that vegan food is expensive. Vegan food is something not suitable for Malaysian. So we started to set up this online cooking academy to encourage the mothers, the housewives, the home cooks to cook Malaysian vegan food in a very cheap, very affordable cost, as well as during the pandemic lockdown, it was like lockdown and then lockdown 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, it just keep happening. So by the time, after 1 year of our work, we actually able to generate income through our social media platform. So what we did with the income, we 100% channel to charity. We set up food bank, which is 100% plant-based in our condominium, in our neighborhood. We started to help people, encourage them. You actually can use all the vegan ingredients to survive, save your cost. We try to teach them, we try to support them. So we really helped a lot of local community throughout that process of our work. So since I'm very new in this social media, because all the while I have been cooking in the kitchen, my strong palate is like how to cook, how to be creative with the food, how to play around with the food. Now I have to deal with a lot of things that which surrounding around social media. So I started to go for training, started to improve myself, improve my skills. Back then, I don't know Eva Summit, I don't know ProVeg, I don't know all these great people. So I just try to do whatever I can. But one thing that I realized that I have to grow my team. I can't do this alone. If I'm doing this alone, I can't put out a lot of content out there. So my work will be very much limited. So that's where I started to grow my team. And I'm so proud of my team. None of them are vegan, but they are doing amazing job promoting vegan activities, whatever we are doing in our platform. So the next thing that I started to work around, apart from growing my team, once I have a team, we started to approach brands and also started to support any brands that bring in vegan products or introducing a vegan product or plant-based alternative or anything. We started to support them, trying to tell them that, hey, there are a lot of people in Malaysia interested. Please come out with more vegan product. You have a vegan product? Let us help you to promote. We want you to be sustainable in the market. We want you to success. We want you to win, to encourage. Because when I first became vegan, I think a lot of brands here that you guys are seeing don't even have vegan option. But today they have vegan option in Malaysia. Some even manufactured here. Some even founded here in Malaysia. So it's a Malaysian product. So it's great that, through our work, the platform that we have, we started to give a support system for all these brands that exist here in Malaysia and wanted to grow here in Malaysia. And some brands started to entering Malaysia after see the work that we are doing and give them a confidence that actually there are a lot of people are ready to try vegan food, to try the plant-based alternative or ingredients or products. We also started to work with a lot of restaurants to introduce vegan menus, to promote them to the community because they struggle within their own community. A lot of vegan vegetarian restaurants only known among the vegans, but people outside don't know actually there's a lot of interesting restaurant, interesting food. So we use our platform to promote them as well. And we started to work with college, universities to educate the culinary students, hospitality students about the vegan movement, vegan food. We try to help them to prepare for them when they go to the industry. When someone come to the hotel, I need vegan food. To be honest, when I was working as a chef, I thought when people ask vegan food, these are a bunch of sick people. So I really sympathize them and try to prepare something for them. I didn't know, what is the real meaning of vegan diet is and why people are on a vegan diet. So I always give them the same food. Make sure they have a salad to eat. So I don't want the same thing happen in the industry. So I'm helping all the Malaysian college that offer culinary course to support them, to give them some rough idea what they can improve in their system, how they can introduce some syllabus, at least 1 or 2 chapters about vegan cooking, about vegan diet, so that the future of Malaysian culinary world will have at least some rough idea about Malaysian vegan food and what they can do around that. So this is the growth. I think this is not updated. I'm so sorry. After all these years of our work, we reach about now, I think at this point, about 2.5 million followers. By end of this year, we are really determined to reach 5 million followers in Malaysia. And all this growth when happening, especially last year, by end of last year, we got about 500,000 followers. So my team and I sit down and started to have a discussion. What we have done right, what we have done wrong, how we can improve more, how we can grow even in bigger numbers. So The first thing that comes to me is we have to reflect the activities that we have done. Don't feel that we already do a great job, and start analyzing the data that we have in our system. So first of all, of course, we look in the context. Malaysian population, we have 34 million people. We only reach out to 500,000. That's very bad. That's a big fail. What are we doing with the rest of 33.5 million people? That's the question that I put out to my team. Every single one in Malaysia knows who is Chef Wan, who is the biggest celebrity chef in Malaysia. I think around the world, maybe at least half of the world population know who's Gordon Ramsay. But I want every single person in Malaysia, no need to know me, but at least know that every Malaysian food can be made vegan. So we started to look into the context. Who was the major races, religion, Malay, Chinese, Indian? So we started to really centric and focus. All our content should be in Malay. It should be a language that everyone understands and well received. I'm an Indian. My mother tongue is Tamil. I speak Mandarin. I think I will go big if I do my content in Mandarin, if I want to be popular. But my whole concern is I want this message to ground it and reach to the local population in a very local flavor. The vegan message should be in Bahasa, should be in Malaysian flavor, should be something that they familiar and they can receive it, not something westernized. Because a lot of time, I'm sorry to say, I realized when people turn vegan, they started to eat hummus, started to eat falafel, but that's not their cultural food. So when as a vegan we introduce this to the local community, they're like, these kids are brainwashed. They started to eat some vegan pasta. This is not something that we used to eat on daily basis. Asian drink soy milk. Suddenly when become vegan, you have started drinking almond milk, oat milk. It's all imported, expensive, I don't know why. So not complaining, but these are the issues that I found. So we try to make it very localized in whatever things that we do. And then we started to look into the animal consumption in Malaysia. It's keep rising. So what we can do, it's not only rising, we also have a lot of health issues, including me. So we have overweight issues, high cholesterol, hypertension, diabetic. I think this is something very common in Malaysia. So we started to think how our work can contribute and attract all these non-vegans population that we have in Malaysia, out of that 33.5 million that we failed to attract to watch our channel. Then we look into Asia. Wow, 300% meat increase in Asia. Since we are making our content in Malay, which is a language familiar in Singapore, in Brunei, Indonesia, so our platform not only watched by Malaysians. Of course, the highest is Malaysian, second highest is Indonesia, third is Brunei, and fourth is Singapore. So we started to look into a bigger perspective of Southeast Asian context. And then we also have experience work with a group of professional doctors, nutritionists. We set up a small social enterprise called Plant-Based Health Alliance. If anyone know Tim from ProVeg, so he's the founder of this whole Plant-Based Health Alliance in Malaysia. So I was a chef there providing a very healthy whole food plant-based meals for 21 days, 14 days. And we see amazing results from Malaysians who suffer with health issues. Their health improve, and the food that we serve is purely very traditional Malaysian food in a whole food plant-based manner. So we show them the extreme healthiest way possible that can be done in vegan food as well. And this is the result that we get each time when we have the challenge, a group of people going through the challenge, and they see amazing results. So it's proven that plant-based health can help to solve this problem, and it's going to benefit the whole population. And then when we started to look, okay, 2020, what we have done in Chef Day Vegan Journey. Why I'm sharing all this, I think a lot of time, we all are doing great job, and we think we are doing great job, including me. But only when we sit down and look into the data, we know what we have done wrong, what we have done right. It's very important for us to improve from there. Or else we will be shock sendiri is a word that we say. Means you just feel good, but actually there's nothing. So we have to reflect on that. So in 2020, we look into all our content and we started to categorize them. What kind of content we have done. Restaurant review, vlogs, live videos. We're doing live demonstration on Facebook Live and Instagram Live and all that. We have done, recipe videos and all that. And then we realized, 2020, what kind of video actually reach our audience the best? Like, audience love the most. We got the most view, most engagement, most share, most like. We realized it's recipe videos. And then we look into 2021, what happened? Again, recipe videos. And then 2022, again, recipe videos. You see all the yellow line? Those are the recipe videos. So we come to a conclusion. Why are we wasting time doing other contents when people love the most is recipe videos? Give our audience what they love. That's the easiest way to convince them with the message that we want to reach out to them. So we do all these activities. People know that I'm doing vegan recipes and all that. But above that, what they impress is, oh, wow, Malaysian food. Oh, wow, it's Malaysian culture. Oh, I know this ingredient. Oh, I didn't know actually aquafaba can be used as an egg replacement. You know, this kind of thing actually excites the people and make them feel very close to the vegan movement. They don't feel offended. They feel, wow, it's nice, it's interesting. Oh, now I can eat this. I cannot eat, certain things because it's content egg. They are not animal lovers, to be honest. They just cannot eat because of some health issues, or they don't like the smell, or they have allergies, sort of issues. But when we show them this, it helps them to come a step closer to us. Make them to love us first before love the message of vegan. Because if they started to hate vegans, never ever imagine they will want to even try a vegan meal, right? So then we decided, okay, let's do this project. So this is my 2023 baby, Plant-Based Solution 365. Me and my team decided to make videos every single day for 365 days, and it all must be Malaysian vegan recipes, nothing else. So by God's grace, as for now, we are really doing great job. We achieve a lot of amazing views that we have never ever thought of. Because in the past, we are diverting our energy everywhere, doing vlogs, doing restaurant review, doing this, trying to do everything, trying to be everywhere. When we concentrate our energy on what audience love the most, our channel from 500,000, we grow 4 times in just 10 months. Now October, right? From January to October, we grow 4 times. My 2 million follower comes in just 10 months. And I left another 2 months, and I'm confident that I'm going to get 2.5 million, double the amount that I already have now with my Deepavali project that I'm currently working on. Deepavali is a special festive season for Indians in Malaysia. So I'm working a different concept and creative where we are involving drama and cooking in it. So it's a 15-episode, a food series. We are giving Malaysian a different kind of creative entertainment without using a single word vegan in it, but all the food going to be vegan. Indirectly, everyone who's going to watch this video going to cook vegan food for this festive, because my recipe going to be extraordinary, going to be greater than the non-vegan recipes. So people somehow have to cook vegan food for festive. Imagine Christmas, people, have to cook vegan food. Imagine Thanksgiving, there's no turkey, but some vegan stuff is there. That's exciting. So we are working on that kind of projects, working with a lot of celebrities, a lot of influencers in Malaysia who are not vegan, but they're able to bring all the audience to watch my vegan show. So these kind of things that we are working on. So this will be until December 31st. And When we plan to do this, we do a trial run to see whether this works or not. And we immediately see the retention from January to April doing amazing job, and we decided, okay, log this. We're gonna do this until end of the year. So we are in the process of applying and getting Malaysian Book of Record. There's no any content creators in Malaysia have done Malaysian recipe documentation 365 days as a marathon without stop. And this is one of our success story during Ramadan. I'm an Indian, I'm not a Muslim, but I make content for Muslims during the whole month of Ramadan. 30 days, 30 recipes, 30 episodes, and we got 32 million views throughout that whole season because we exactly know what the audience like, and we are working towards that direction. So people might think, oh, 32 million is great, but I keep telling my team, next year we want to target 100 million. We want to reach out not only Malaysian, but also the Indonesian. Indonesia is a big market. They understand our language. So we have to step into the Southeast Asian region. This is last year Deepawali. What we have done is also a series of 15 episodes. We reached 14 million. So this year we are working on Deepawali series again. I just back from my production this morning, 5 o'clock, after 10 days. So I'm so excited and can't wait for all the great things that are going to be happen in the next 2 months. So these are some of our videos, how it reached to our audience. It's mostly from just TikTok. I haven't shared like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, some other platform. Because I think 3 years ago when I became vegan, when I searched on Google how to make, roti canai without egg, how to make laksa, it's like our Malaysian traditional dish without shrimp, without chicken and all that, I rarely found a good recipes, or I couldn't find most of the time. So now, Malaysians are enjoying vegan recipes, but when we look at the views, it's not just like hundreds or thousands, it's like millions. Some of the recipes are very traditional, and millions of Malaysians are open and they like to watch. So, we are here to talk about systemic change. I'm talking a lot about social media, but I just wanted to let you guys know, in whatever area that we are working towards animal welfare, animal rights, in terms of vegan movement, we have to remember whatever works that we do really see the impact to the audience or the community outside, right? So what kind of systemic change that through Chef Day Vegan Journey we are working towards, and how we able to convince certain parties is what I'm going to share next. Sorry. So recently I have paid a visit to LA for EVA Summit. The moment people from LA, Malaysian officials, for example, our CG, Consulate General, our Malaysian ambassador in Washington, D.C., and also our Ministry of Trade in LA, got a news that I'm in LA. They called me up, says that they want to talk to me, they want to meet me. I'm like, Malaysian government in LA want to talk to me? What is happening? Even last year when I was in D.C., Malaysian embassy did call me up, so we did meet up and have some discussion. So the power of social media, when you have a large amount of followers, which are the quality followers, you indirectly become key opinion leader that able to change the system, able to talk to this kind of people, convince them. So what I have done, I go and meet them, discuss with them. So I told them some of the ideas that I have. I tell them I want to do a cooking show. Malaysian moms cook in US. So I did a 10-episode series. I told them, government doesn't have to spend one single cent. I'm doing it on my own cost as a pilot, 10 episodes. I just shoot with my iPhone. No fancy team. I don't have anything. I just went there alone. it's also from a grant that I get from ProVeg. So you can imagine my situation. So I just went there with my iPhone. I get help from some local Malaysians there who are not vegan. I just tell them, I want to do a vegan show. I just want to cook some Malaysian food. I want you guys to be on my show. So we did that cooking show. And then I told Ministry of Tourism in LA and also our ambassador as well as our CG that I'm going to put this show up on my channel because in US, at least 10 million people are leaning towards vegan. And as a Tourism Malaysia, your focus is to promote Malaysia as a destination to the Americans, right? That's why you guys are paid. You guys have an office there. That's your job, to promote Malaysia as a destination. If you're going to promote to all Americans, it's a tough job for you. You do your job. Let me focus on the vegans in US. Let me promote Malaysia to them. Tell them that Malaysia have so much to offer. Malaysia have so much to offer. We are very vegan friendly. So I'm working out some Malaysian vegan tourism project with Tourism Malaysia now. So this kind of change is something that I think a lot of people might think, it's just a social media content, social media influencer, but don't feel like whatever you are doing is small. It can go really big. People from government, people from different bodies will come and speak to you, how they can collab with you. So this kind of activities is what we are leaning towards and focusing on. So we have done successfully 10 episodes. We're using US as a pilot. So I told my ambassador in US, if the US project, my pilot episode successfully, we have to able to convince a lot of people to visit Malaysia because of our show, I want you to sponsor my second season. I want to do something else. I want to do Malaysian-American couples cooking show. Because more American will watch our show. More people will curious about Malaysia. They want to come here and travel. They want to eat Malaysian food. So now they have more options to travel. Vegan have more options to travel. And Malaysia, you want to make money, you want to promote your destination, grab the chance. So indirectly, the vegan players here in Malaysia will benefit from that. The vegan community, the vegan movement. So if the project that I work with America's success, we can replicate this to all the top vegan-friendly countries around the world, like Germany, like Canada, and all that. So this kind of systemic change is something that we, as a Chef Day Vegan Journey platform, working towards too. So these are some pictures that I have done. It's very raw, very basic, just it's about the culture, about the people, but the deep down message is indirectly you are telling the people everything able to make vegan. Vegan lifestyle is very simple, very fun, very easy, nothing stress, nothing offending anyone. It's not about fight. It's not about, big, stress and tension all the time, vegan, non-vegan. So my way of approach is to break down the wall between vegan and non-vegan. Let the vegan and non-vegan sit in the same table, have a discussion. Let's share the food. Let them have the opportunity to try vegan food. So something that I thought impossible 3 years ago, I thought I'm the only vegan. And I struggle a lot as a new vegan, as a lonely vegan, as an angry vegan. But today, everything made possible because of consistency and resilience. So at the end of the day, surely as a vegan, right, a lot of people might curious, you talk so much, what you have done, and what are the real impact? How many people actually turn vegan, right? So I received these 2 messages when I was a new vegan, like maybe 6-7 months when I was a vegan, doing my videos and all that. Basically, in these 2 messages, if you guys have time, can read. So basically, it says that how my work actually impacted them. They have become vegan. So back then, I feel oh wow, 1%, 2% becoming vegan. Okay, great job. and because I have like 10,000 followers, 5,000 followers, as time goes by, today on a daily basis, this is the amount of message we are receiving on our channel. People are turning vegan in Malaysia and also around the world. So that is the powerful platform that we can utilize to advocate and also find a way that the message is impressive, inclusive towards the audience, and using the right method to the right community. I didn't dismiss the other ways of advocacy. Every single way of advocacy is very important, but to find the right way to the right community at the right time with the right manner speaks a lot about who we are at the end of the day. So my end message to everyone is being vegan is actually not enough. Being an advocate is not enough as well, but be a resilient and strategic vegan advocate. That speaks a lot. So basically that's it from me. Thank you so much for listening to my journey. And please do connect with me. If there's any question, I will love to answer and love to share with you guys. And this is my social handle. You guys can follow me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chef Dave. Please, one more big round of applause for Chef Dave.